Okay, show me what you got.
Okay, so here's my drink. It
That cup
doesn't
is
look so
pretty.
pretty.
It looks
Thank
iridescent.
you. It
It's,
is, yeah.
ew. Okay, what is it?
There is, so it is, I don't know what the name was called, but I wanted something cherry because I'm obsessed with cherry right now. So it has rum, like a spiced rum to make it a little more warm.
Ooh.
And then it's shaken, it's supposed to be shaken with like something like cherry jam, but I did um pomegranate juice, strawberry jam, low sugar, and like a little juice from the maraschino cherry jar.
Ooh,
Um,
yes.
so I shaked that all with the rum and then poured it in here with over ice, and then on top I did Fresca, and then there's maraschino cherries in it.
That sounds awesome. I love cherries
It's
too.
like a warm cherry drink. It's kind of like a festive sangria.
Yeah, I did. Okay, so mine, and I got, check out my Goodwill glass. I found this bad boy
Cute. I
for a,
love it.
for $1 at Goodwill. Okay, I had to stir it for a bit
Mm.
because the honey didn't dissolve fully when I shook it, so it was all settled at the bottom, but I think it's mixed enough now. So this is a Thanksgiving margarita. And okay, this seriously, do you remember that salted caramel salt topping shit from Starbucks? Remember when we
People
would
are
make
obsessed
those?
with that.
Oh my God, that's what this basically is. So the on the rim is hot honey and like a brown sugar and salt just mixture. And I'm just gonna like spend this whole recording just
Yeah.
licking off of it. It's the best part. But yeah, otherwise it's tequila and orange liqueur and then pomegranate juice, apple juice, lime juice, and hot honey. And it just shaken up
That sounds so good.
and the hot honey is,
But honestly, I love tequila. Like margaritas are one of my favorites.
yeah. I have a love-hate relationship because I really don't like usually I don't like margaritas. I think it's something about tequila in mixed drinks, but now the more that I try them, I think I actually just don't like margarita mixes, like pre-made ones. I think
Yeah,
that's my problem
yeah,
because every time I order a margarita, I think I'm like a margarita sounds really good, and then I drink it and I'm like, "Oh yeah, I remember I don't like margaritas." But
yeah.
I think it's the mix is the problem. I thought it was the tequila for the longest time, but if I make like my own like juice mixes that aren't pre-made, they seem to be much better. So
Yeah, I get that.
delicious.
Sometimes homemade's best.
Okay, well, if you're wondering what's the freaking occasion, we are gonna be doing something a little different. We're going to be talking about Mate, the second half, and I'll let you kind of take that away. But we are also doing a little special episode for Thanksgiving. So we're pre-gaming during this episode, and then we'll have the exclusive content in a separate episode for any of our book club members. So if you want to see that mess, I'm getting honey everywhere. Great, off to a great start. Um, and then join us for the after party after this, where we're gonna drink and talk about smut.
Yeah. I wish I could find the cherries in here. That's my favorite part is just to eat them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we are starting with Mate by Ali Hazelwood, and we have read um through to the end now.
Mm-hmm.
And what I wanted to start off with was a few of the predictions that you had. Was like, oh, Serena's gonna be like this cult leader's daughter or something.
Yeah.
And then when I was reading, I was like, oh, you're so right.
Okay. So that's right. I was thinking she's gonna be the daughter of a cult leader, and you were thinking, with your werewolf knowledge, that the problem was not gonna be that she had cortisol surge disorder, but instead that she was going into heat. And I think we both
Yeah,
were right.
I think we were both right.
So
And it ended up being him who found her when she was little.
I know.
I hated that. I was like, yeah,
Yeah, it was so disappointing because I get that he's older, like we've known that, but it just feels a little, you know, like it's fine.
it just didn't.
It's not that they were like it was in any way inappropriate. It just felt
Weird. I just didn't feel like, I mean, yeah, like the love came later on or whatever, or like that's her mate, but it just didn't feel like they really meshed. It didn't really seem like Misery and the other guy. The whole like feeling was different.
yeah.
Like I don't know. This is like taking two Barbie dolls and trying to make them kiss, for
Yes.
the story.
Yeah, you're right. I am
Now kiss.
now Keith, there's action figures over here. I could find some Barbie dolls for us. We can um
Kiss.
I I'm glad they didn't take it like a Twilight route and make him like yeah, imprint on her or something weird. Like didn't take it to the next step of weird by making him have some sort of reaction to her when he found her as a kid. Like I'm so glad. But I think
Yeah.
that Twilight kind of ruined it all, in my mind because I'm like now I'm watching out for that kind of thing. And I'm like maybe that's why it feels icky is just because like we've seen that before. And
Yeah. I also thought, like, I feel like a common trope I'm seeing is like lack of communication or like
hate it.
omitting things. I hate it. Like, she did that in Bride with him just not saying that that's like, oh, you're my mate. Could have solved so many problems. And then in this one, if he could have just told her who she was at the beginning, you don't think that she deserves that knowledge? He's like,
Right.
well, I kind of thought it was you, but it's like, okay, well then, like, let her know.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah, the whole like, well, I wasn't sure. Like, well,
Yeah.
I don't know.
But then also, like, if you're not sure, but then also, like, there's not many human werewolf hybrid peoples, but you literally saved one when you were little. How often is that happening? So
Right.
sometimes it just seems like things are glossed over. Like, oh yeah, no, this is right because it's not right.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, no hate, still loved it,
Right.
you
It
know.
just, constructive criticisms.
Yeah.
Um
As I drink this down more, it will become more
progressive.
critical. Hmm.
I have I
I'm
have
gonna
enough
bring
for
this
a
down a little more.
second
I'm
if we need to
sitting
get
I'm sitting next to
Oh, dang, that thing's huge. He's watching you.
it is ginormous. I usually put cherries on his head, and I don't know where they went.
I love it. I just have girl dinner Genu.
Oh my god, I love that. Do you want to see my shirt?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
Hamster.
It says hamster, and
Oh,
it is a hamster.
I'm obsessed. Oh my god, with a
I have a
western. You need a
I
little
have a
cowboy
capybara
hat.
one too.
I love
I
it.
have a capybara one that looks like a Metallica shirt.
Hell
It's made
yeah.
by this like one brand that's like my favorite. Sorry,
Yeah.
got totally sidetracked. Okay, sorry. Okay, so yes. I mean, there's a lot to get through, but then also not a lot at the same time. She endears herself to the people.
Mhm.
Um, he's not supposed to be with anybody because there's that whole like what's that word? Starts with a C.
The
Oh,
covenant.
the C thing.
Was it called a
The
covenant?
covenant.
Yeah, so how
That
did
reminds me of have you seen Yes Man?
yeah, it's been a while, but yeah.
Sorry, every time someone says covenant, he like Jim Carrey's character says covenant when he's drunk and he's like, that sounded naughty. I'm sorry, that's all I think of. Okay, I'm getting distracted.
It's okay.
Reining in.
Um
Okay, so
so how do you
there's this stuff.
well okay, so with the covenant, how did you feel about the way that like I don't know what not like quite to resolve because it that was later, but like I don't know. I felt like it just built up so much about like he can't do anything. Like if he touches you, it breaks the covenant. So you have to do it all yourself. He went so fast from that to yeah, I'm just gonna bang you. Like there was like almost no build up.
Literally. Well, and like that is the same thing with the previous one, like with Bride. Like all of this, like, no, I must keep you at bay. But let's just do it
Just do it.
because I'm gonna give in. Which, like, it's still a good story, but I'm like, so that is actually a non-issue, and it made the whole first part of pining like that didn't all need to happen.
Yeah.
So it was like pointless to read when he was just gonna give in anyway.
Yeah.
And then at the end, they're just like, yeah, it's fine,
Yeah.
you're good,
They saw that you weren't gonna be an issue to him, and so you're fine now.
yeah, you're fine, you're really good too. We like you.
Yeah. I mean, I
He
was
does
like,
better protecting when he has you.
yeah, yeah. I was like, okay. And I liked
I
too
guess.
that like her noble sacrifice um was like totally not okay in the beginning, and then they were just like, actually, yeah, that's a good idea when she suggested it in the end. It's like, oh, so
Yeah. Okay.
uh, just
Like I feel bad that I'm like picking at these small things. Overall, like I like it and I would reread it. I would probably give it 3 stars though. You know,
yeah.
like Bride I liked better, but like this one I just felt like I don't know. And then like, oh, we didn't know it was actually you going into your teeth.
Yeah. Yeah, that was probably the
That
biggest
was a
like
little
plot hole, the issue that I had, where it was like, I get that she's a hybrid
over.
and you've never seen hybrid anatomy before, but like when she was describing her symptoms to Cohen, he immediately knew what it was. You're telling me every
Yeah.
doctor did every test on her and consulted every one of their peers, and none of them knew what it was?
Oh, let's totally disregard the estrogen levels.
Yeah.
It's definitely this other thing that's deadly.
And then not only did Cohen um know as soon as like he saw her symptoms, but then the midwife, like, run it by a woman and immediately she knows what it is. Like every other man
Yeah.
that looked at her case beforehand could not figure it out. But the woman takes
But
a
and then
look and she's like, I know what that is.
but then like in the book it literally says like, "Oh, don't be mad at them that they didn't know." I'm like, "No, you don't
I'm
as the
mad.
author get to tell me to not be annoyed by that because
Yeah. Stop
that is
making
a very
excuses.
lazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Stop making
It's just
excuses
being
for these idiot
lazy.
men.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The doctor, I should know.
Right? No, I totally agree. And also, I guess maybe it's indicative of women's health because, oh, it must be some crazy disease that's killing you. I don't know. Couldn't possibly figure out what it
It's just
actually is.
amazing. That's how I feel.
Yep.
It's just
I I agree. I don't know. I guess I think I kind of like them both equally. But obviously for different reasons. I would say I liked Bride. I love a vampire story. I was thinking about this, and I of all the vampire, like, cuz there's different vampires depending on the world you're in, right? And of all the vampire stories, I was like, I don't know if I like this version of vampires as much because it's too explained. I don't know. There's like a level of like mysticism to vampires that makes them like super sexy. And when you
yeah.
explain the science behind all of it too much, it's like, well, you took all the fun out of it. um, uh, s- so I was like,
When they're all like super cold and calculating and like, we don't love.
right?
They're robots.
Yeah, just robots with fangs. Like, not my
Yeah.
favorite vampire trope, but still, I still really
Yeah.
liked the book. But I would say I liked the werewolf stuff better than necessarily the vampire stuff if you compared the two books. Um, I will say I liked the sexy times in this book a little bit more. I
Yeah,
think there was
those
just
were
more of
more
it.
fun.
Maybe that's why
Yeah,
we just got
for
more.
a long period of time.
I was eating it up.
For a very, yeah, it was a long time.
Yeah.
At some point, I was like, damn, when you like, just don't touch me anymore. Jesus.
Do you think if you were here's how I feel like I'd be. Do you think if you were a werewolf and like you had your heat and then so because apparently like it's all biological and like they can't you are like ravenous the whole time, right? But the moment it's over, do you think you would be immediately like get the fuck away from me?
Yeah, probably. I'd be like, never touch
Enough.
me again. I'm gonna go take a shower for like an hour.
When the hormones are gone, you're like, ew.
Yeah, just no. And then I'm literally just gonna go shower and I'm gonna eat a lot of stuff.
And don't look at me for the next month.
And I'm gonna watch all the shows I missed this whole week.
Okay, I did have a werewolf question. Does the heat only happen once? Right, like, right after they meet their mate, or is it a regular thing like a period would be?
I'm I'm pretty sure it's like periodically. Like it's kind of like your periods too. Like it's like
Okay.
at least from the stories that I've read, it's like on a cycle as well.
Okay, that's what I thought made the most sense, especially because 'cause they're like, well, it's designed to, like, make a baby. But then, I don't know, it
If you want one that's a dragon shifter for a quick read,
absolutely.
I really like one of my favorite people. She's a really good writer, and just her like creature stuff is just good. Her name's Lillian Lark,
Okay.
and she has a dragon shifter one, but there's like a whole monster series that she did. But she does like explains like a shifter's heat is like not like they're all the same, but that
Yeah.
is one that I think of is like he's a dragon and he's like going into his heat.
I love it.
I think it's like meant for like reproduction. Like that's a really great time to get pregnant on.
Forgetting an aunt. Forget. That face every time.
Pregante.
Pregante.
I
Man,
have to like hold my straw up higher and not get like the chunks at the bottom.
yeah. Yeah, I think that's what it said was like it's for reproduction, which makes sense. That's what like I mean, I'm not a dog person either. I'm a cat person, but cats have heat too. So it's like I know what I know what that is and what it's for. I'm a newbie in the werewolf world.
I don't read like too many werewolf things. I used to,
Hmm.
but it was like I read a lot more like shifter stuff. Like a, it's maybe it was like 2017, 2018 that I was reading a lot of. I think her name is T.S. Joyce, and she did a lot of like bear shifter, and then it was like more other kind of shifter stuff. And it's like this whole series of like they're all like saw man lumberjack things, and I don't know. I
Love.
gotta love Kindle Unlimited. It just
Hell
really
yeah.
opens up the whole realm of random book reading.
I'm obsessed. Okay, so yeah, Arian finally convinced me to become a Kindle girly, and I went I didn't go I'm not like I still love my physical books, but I did finally download, and sign up for Kindle Unlimited.
It's so nice.
It's a
It's
whole new
like if
world.
like my grandpa has it. He is an avid reader and I know he loves having a real like he loves paper books. But they travel in an RV like
Yeah,
year round, so he can't just be buying books everywhere and
I know.
death would
It's
kill him.
practical, and I'll admit it.
But it's also nice because like if you're somewhere like oh I gotta wait in the waiting room for something, you can just you know
Yeah.
read your smutty book in the dentist's waiting room.
I know, because 'cause I've been taking, like, my books to work with me, and, when you're in an office and it's like "Oh, what you reading?" And then I have to explain or really try to dodge the question.
Oh,
Luckily, I'm reading, we're rereading The Broken Kingdoms, and so I took, the first book with me to work, and I mean, they're one of those, like, covers that are not, like, you know
buddy.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that was fine. I was just like, "Oh, it's just the first book in my favorite series." That was easy. Um, But man, some of those covers are not that way. So
Yeah.
I'll give Kindle the credit. I can read my nasty shifter smut without anybody being the wiser.
I mean, the fact that Tia didn't know that I read a lot.
Yeah, you
She
said
didn't know
that.
this. Like, she's like, I just never see you reading. And I'm like, I'm on my phone all the time. I've read over 100 books last year. Like,
That's awesome. Oh my god.
it's like, you don't even know me.
Right.
Sorry, I was just digging the cherries out of my drink.
No, this is already off to a great start. We are pleasantly distracted. Okay, we got to get through Mate before we start getting too crazy.
I mean, what else is there to get through? I mean,
Right.
like, it was kind of a bigger book, but what really happened?
Lots of werewolf sex.
Lots of werewolf sex.
Okay, so
Um, a lot
the
of her cooking.
yeah, she I mean that was like a little surprise that she's kind of a homebody like that. Okay, big points I guess. So it was the heat and not cortical, so she wasn't dying. Um Cohen gives in and helps her through her heat.
But it's weird because he's like, I'm still maintaining my celibacy. I'm just helping you. It's my duty.
Yeah,
And then he gives in, gives in.
right. Right. And that was that's where I was like, I don't know.
I'm okay with him.
I was like, I don't know if it's like it's fine. I'll concede. Uh,
Yeah,
but
it's fine.
then she gets kidnapped by her cult. Actually kidnapped. And then she gets fake kidnapped where she uses herself as bait.
Yes,
Um we find out that her dad was the cult leader and her mom was one of his girls, I guess, that, one of his cult
yeah,
girlies. And her aunt was the one that was like leading this cult now. And
yeah,
they use her as bait. They come in, they, murder all the cult people. And then, yeah, I mean, that was the big stuff. The council, the assembly, whatever, they give in and they're allowed to be together. Oh, but I was gonna say that the inevitable like conflict of wait, we can't be together, was after he helps her through her heat and she tells him she loves him. Then he like the next day tells her, I'm stepping down as alpha. And she of course is like, what? No. And he's like, but you said you love
you
me.
can't do that.
And then she does the no, I don't love you. That was all a lie because she didn't want him to step down. And I was like, oh my
I'm like,
God.
no, wait, I don't want to.
I
It
was
was just for the sex.
I was like, oh my God, just be together.
Now kiss.
Now kiss. So yeah, altogether a great pair of books. And
Yeah,
as my first Ali Hazelwood, I will definitely be reading more of her stuff.
I read another one she did, and it was like a vampire and a vampire slayer,
Ooh.
and it was really good.
Is
I
it
wish it was longer.
is it the same kind of vampire? It's like same world.
No, no.
I like that. That's
Sounds like you should
tasty.
read it.
That's
Yeah, you should.
tasty.
You should definitely read it.
Because that feels like enemies to lovers.
It really is. And now, oh man, I want to talk about it, but I can't say anything. I will wait for you to read it, and
Okay.
then we can talk about it.
Is it like a full length novel that she did, or is it like just a short story?
I think it's a short. Well, I read it really fast. I think it was shorter. Or I was just like,
Felt that.
yeah, so good. But yeah,
Okay.
so yeah, I liked Mate. I'll probably reread it when I'm feeling like, you know, a werewolf book. But
Yeah.
some things I'm just kind of like, really?
Yeah. Same.
But that's okay.
Same. Okay. Well, that concludes Mate. So for next week, we will be starting In the Veins of the Drowning, which we talked about
Yeah.
last week. First half of that, but then the week following, we're going to start our new book, Leave Me Behind by K.M. Moranova. This is a little bit different. So far we've really only done fantasy or like, paranormal type fantasy books in this. But this is a dark romance, which I am a huge fan of, but this one looked interesting. Gonna start this one for next week, chapters 1 through 19, so the first half of this book. And I'm gonna go ahead and read the synopsis here. So together our broken pieces can do anything. Nell Gallows is the sole survivor of an elite Dark Forces squad riot after a detrimental attack 2 years ago. Unsurprisingly, she's being put up as the top candidate for the special ops team Malum, the squad that goes where no one else will or can. There's only one problem. Malum blames their one casualty from the Patagonia mission on the riot squad. So, what is Nell to do when she finds herself on a plane to California on her way to a sure death sentence? A one night stand.
We love that.
At least that's all it was supposed to be. One last night to be free. Only she finds out too late that the dark and mysterious man she solely wanted as a fling is not only her new comrade, but also the one she dreaded meeting most. Her immediate superior. Jesus Christ. Her immediate superior and an and an untouchable devil.
Superior.
Okay. Okay. Skirt. We're going back. Her immediate superior and an untouchable devil in the field, Bones. He's hell on earth, cruel and unforgiving, but most of all, he hates Nell and makes sure that she knows it. And yet she finds herself unwilling to leave his side after he's unable to get to the evac point when a mission goes awry. She stays behind with the devil and the secrets he keeps, and they'll only have one another to trust when no faith is left. Okay. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. So, Leave Me Behind. We'll start that one the week following next week when we're gonna I don't know. I'm not saying this very well. This is I half a drink, Arian.
The alcohol is setting in. I'm just kidding. I haven't drank in so long.
Truly. The last time I drank alcohol was like a year ago. So So, anyways, next week we're going to be the first half of In the Veins of the Drowning. Start that book with us next week, and then the week following, we'll be starting the first half of Leave Me Behind. So, see y'all next week. And if you want to see the last half of how this turns out, join us over on Patreon for our first exclusive episode. We're going to go over there and we're going to drink more and we're going to talk about smut.
Yeah.
See you there.
Bye.